So you make your way into the house just in time to see Coyle poke his head into a fireplace.
Did you find our target inside the fireplace?
Yeah, you didn't hear them actually come in.
As soon as I hear Mara, I jump and smack my head on the chimney.
Okay, you jump and you smack your head on the chimney, and it hits against something that you feel shift, and the floor of the fireplace falls out from underneath of you, and you fall down a staircase.
What do I see?
You encounter a slight hall that enters into a circular room that has an ascending natural rock staircase on the opposite side, and there is a podium in the middle of the circular room with a couple pools of, a couple puddles of water in the room as well.
Playing games with strangers, you know there's no danger, so come on in, we're all friends, playing games with strangers.
Yeah, I'm just gonna approach the podium, see if there's anything on it.
It looks like there used to be some instructions that were carved into this podium and some buttons, but they have since been scraped off.
The buttons were scraped off?
No, the instructions.
Okay.
Are they colored buttons?
No.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go back to the staircase and looks like maybe he had a secret escape route or something like that. Do you want to come down here?
Affirmative.
I'm gonna check the other room before I go down the stairs.
Which other room?
The one that would have been on the other side of the fireplace.
Nobody in there. It doesn't look like it's been used for years. Thick coating of dust. But Cian and Mayra, you guys, while you guys are up in that kitchen area, you guys discover a piece of paper that's been wadded up on the floor as well.
I immediately unravel it and look at it.
You kind of glaze over it. This note has been here for a long time. It's not written to you. It says something to the effect of, "You've spoiled my plans that I have for this place, and that is going to cost you." And it's signed by somebody named Damien Mephistopheles.
Well, that has no bearing on our mission whatsoever.
It does not appear so.
I'm gonna go to the other room.
Okay, so you're going to the opposite side of the fireplace. Again, it's like a large front room or a sitting room, but there's no furniture in there, and it hasn't been used for years. Also, thick coating of dust.
That was the room I was looking at the first time, so then I'm going to the bedroom and see what I find in there.
Before you go back, I will also say this, being as you went into that room and got a better look, when you saw through the front window, you also noticed that it is dark outside when it should be midday. And when you look out the front window, you see a destroyed city through that window.
This doesn't seem to be the same house that we saw from the front. So I'm going into the bedroom to see if there's anything in there.
You see a bed and a closet and a dresser that has the top drawer pulled out.
So I'll look in the drawer.
And as that drawer looks like it's been sitting out for a while, but it doesn't have the same amount of dust inside of it as everything else does. Like someone had been in here previously, opened that drawer and left it open. When you look into that drawer, you see kind of like a wire that's got a ringed end on it that someone had pulled out and broken, like it was a switch for something.
And it's not attached to anything. It's just a broken piece.
Yeah, it's broken now, but it looked like it was a part of a latching mechanism that was built into this dresser.
So would I be able to tell if there's any sort of false backing or bottom to this dresser if I'm looking for it?
Make an investigation check.
It's a 10.
Unfortunately, you're kind of hearing people rummage around. It's dark in here because none of the natural light's really making its way.
That CN making too much noise. Can't concentrate. And so if I were to open any of the other drawers, would I see anything in there?
You open some more drawers, you don't really notice anything inside them. Not like that top drawer.
Okay. Once I've finished looking through the room, I'll head back to the staircase, satisfied that the rest of the house has been taken care of.
All right.
I shall follow you down the stairs. Would you like me to make less noise?
Yes, I remember saying, 0 noise.
I turned down my volume to 0, but it seemed ineffective. You seemed to not understand my lip reading.
I'm already walking down the stairs.
All right. So a couple minutes later, after you called them down, Coil, they finally arrived down at the bottom of the stairs.
Glad you can make it. I no idea what's going on.
Cian is actively avoiding the puddles. He's unsure if he's waterproofed or not.
There's podium. There's buttons on the podium. That's all I know. I'm smart enough to know not to touch the buttons.
So what have you done down here for the past few minutes?
I was waiting on you because I thought maybe one of you would want to touch the buttons.
Would you like me to touch one of the buttons?
Do the stairs go anywhere?
Yeah, the stairs ascend upwards about 3 feet, and then there's a hallway at the top.
So you didn't think to go check up the stairs?
I was just waiting on you. I can go if you want. You could stay here if you'd like.
Cian's just gonna walk up the stairs.
Which set? The natural stairs or the stairs that you guys just came down?
The natural stairs.
Okay. You start to head up those stairs, and you see this room basically enters into a natural cavern style hallway. So it's like you're walking into almost a cave system that's underneath the house. And it goes straight for a little bit, and then it curves off to the left.
I stand there and do a really, poor impression of somebody who's, trying to be like, come on, guys, we've got this. He's just like, we can do this. Come up. We should stay focused on the mission. We'll get that money. Yay.
I also need to know who has dark vision.
The cat and the elf.
Mm-hmm.
I have Firebolt as a cantrip, so I can continuously cast that and use the light of flame, but that sounds
I prefer that
tedious.
You don't.
Yeah, because everything's going to get dark down here.
It's going to just now, or it was this whole time?
The only lighting down in that circular room is what's the natural light coming from that back window down into the staircase. It's dim already, and going into that hallway area is going to put you in complete darkness.
I also have blind sense, so if I'm able to hear, I'm aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Also me. Same thing.
Dark vision's going to be able to take care of most of what's going on, so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I also have blind sense, so that might help.
Sounds like an assassin thing.
Are you guys going to go up in that hallway area?
I want to look at the buttons.
They are kind of a brass-colored buttons.
Do any of them look more worn than the other ones?
They all look pretty fairly worn.
And there's how many buttons?
Man, I don't remember.
Don't give me buttons and then just...
All right, enjoy your buttons. I'm going to go follow short stuff here.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how many buttons are there. They have letters written on them. That I do know, but I don't remember what the letters were.
How am I supposed to solve it if I don't have any of the clues?
You don't have the instructions to solve it. There's just letters.
I don't even know what letters or what language.
Or
how many buttons.
I will say that by this time, the buttons have taken some damage, and the tops of some of them have been pulled off. So you don't even have all the information to do this.
And there's nothing on the pedestal, it's just an empty pedestal.
An empty pedestal that has had its instructions worn down. Like, you can tell that there were letters on there at some point, but they are illegible.
Alright, so after I've stared at the whole thing for a while and decided that it's too much work, I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That puzzle was solved like 2.5 years ago, so...
You told me not to metagame. Here I am trying to solve the puzzle.
I get it, but... Anyway, so yeah, this hallway goes on for a while and it curves off to the left. And as you follow this hallway, it empties into the bottom of a much larger oblong-shaped room that has 3 portals of entry off to the west side of the room, and because you're coming in on the east side of the room. And just north of you on the east side of the room as well, there's another slightly elevated staircase that leads up to a more civilized looking doorway. But you hear noise coming from the entry area at the southernmost western entry point. And also in this room, there is a series of pits, dark pits that run along the center. So there's walkways between the pits, but there are pits.
Seeing you were leading the way, so...
That's right, make the blind guy lead the way.
He went up first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am going to toss some ball bearings across the room to make sure it's safe.
Okay.
Does anything explode or just, like, dissolve?
No, but you do hear them click clack across the floor, and some of them you hear they don't come to a normal rest. It's like they fall down into the pits, and you don't hear them land.
It appears that these pits go down quite a long way. I thought you were referring to like pits that you find inside fruit, so that makes a lot more sense now.
No,
just laying everywhere.
I was so confused.
You have one pile of avocados and another one of peaches.
That makes a lot more sense now.
And for Steve, this place is the pits.
Yeah. I think that is actually what he said when we went in this room the first time.
Up sounds good. I'm gonna walk over to the staircase.
You head north towards the staircase on the northeastern side of the room. Are the other two of you following, or?
I will do whatever he does.
There's multiple pits with walkways over them through the center of the room.
Between them, not over them.
Okay.
I collect the ball bearings that are not in the pits.
Okay.
And then I follow Dave. I mean, not Dave. Coil.
I just hear sounds. Like, is it voices or
someone rummaging?
Okay, I'm gonna sneak that way.
Okay. So the two of you are heading towards the northeastern side of the room, and Amanda is heading towards the other direction entirely. Let's go with the two of you heading to the northeastern side first. You approach these steps that have been carved into the rock, and they are professionally well made. And as you get to the top of these steps, there is a door.
I open the door.
Do you now? Okay.
Well, I can't retract that. That's metagaming.
I know. I just was shocked, but okay. Before you can do anything about it, Coil, Cian grabs the door knob and pulls on it, and you hear a thwang, and Cian, you have a dart sprout from your chassis. Are you immune to poison, I'm assuming, being as you're a construct?
Resistant.
Okay. So you are going to take 8 points, that's after your resistance, of poison damage as you get struck with this poison dart.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Glad it was you, not
yeah,
me.
no, it hurts.
Maybe I don't want to go through this door. You go right ahead. I feel like you're going to get me in trouble. I can do that myself.
Affirmative.
And I'm just going to leave him.
All right. So, Mayra, you approach the cave opening on the opposite side of the room from where you came in. And as you peek around the corner, you see the mark as he is tending to several plants that are being held in this corridor. And he has his back to you.
Trying to decide how I want to do this because I have options, and that's a problem. So, because I took my lovely short rest, I have Misty Step again.
Okay.
I would like to have drawn both daggers, get within the 30 foot, and use Misty Step, and actually use the ability that I had the last time I used it that I did not use. And it's because I am an Eladrin elf, and I am in my winter season during my phase step. One creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet of me before I teleport, so I guess I have to get into 5 feet. So I'll have to sneak there.
Mm-hmm.
Must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of my next turn.
So you're not going to go for the kill shot. You're just trying to scare him?
No, I'm going to do both. But if I don't succeed, I have that.
Okay.
It just happens.
All right. So how are you making the strike, though?
I had both daggers to the neck.
Okay. Roll 2 attacks with advantage, please.
Okay, 26 and 26.
So go ahead and roll damage on that first hit and roll crit. Just roll regular damage and double it. That's the way I do crits.
18.
Okay. And then roll that set.
And then a 9 again.
So you rolled a total of 21.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dead, but good golly, does he look like he's close. And like I said, the mark is a Fontar. I don't need to describe that in detail because all of you know what a Fontar looks like. And he is gouting blood from the neck as he's gurgling and looking up at you in terrified eyes.
So he did his wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
You said he was terrified, so I thought that he was already frightened.
Well, I mean, you just stabbed a bro in the neck.
I mean,
He rolled a 12.
if the effect requires a saving throw, the DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
Ah, okay.
So 13.
Yeah, he's afraid.
I did things.
As a reaction, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a handful of something and blows it in your general direction. And
Great.
you smell this overwhelming smell of warming spices again. Make another Constitution save, please.
Nat 1.
You just get really mellow. And you just kind of sit down and you're just kind of zen out and be like, yeah, man. So getting back to Coil, you said you were coming back down to see where Mayra went.
Right.
You run down this hallway. You see a guy who's got his hand pressed up against his neck, like he's trying to hold something in, just kind of laying on the floor and hyperventilating with wide eyes. And then you see Mayra standing next to him, just kind of staring off, being like, hey, little dude.
The most chilled out you've ever seen her.
Well, that's probably for the best, sweetheart. But I guess I could handle it from here. I'm gonna walk around and get in front of him and just look at him, twitch my whiskers a little bit. You gonna be all right, buddy? You gonna be okay?
He kind of gurgles at you as he's holding his neck shut.
Oh, right, you're busy. Sorry. Let me help you with that. And I'm going to use my claws and probably maybe one of the most violent things I've ever done in this game. And I'm going to tear out his throat.
All right.
That's a 17.
That's going to hit. Roll damage.
Could have been gentle, but no.
That's only a 1.
You only rolled 1 point of damage.
Yeah. I'm really good because I'm not very strong.
You clawed the back of his hand as he's holding his neck together.
Oh, you're not supposed to move.
And he just gurgles the word ouch at you. He's still alive. All you did was All you did was give him a paper cut while he's trying to keep his life force in his neck.
No, Coil. You have to do it quickly, quietly, efficiently.
I look over at Mara.
Like I did.
You know, I'm really hoping you forget this happened. Okay, all right. I wasn't jazzed up enough. All right. Let's...
I like jazz. Jazz is really jazzy.
It's great, yeah. Okay, let's try this again.
He pulls up, you look down at him as he, with his other hand, he's holding up a fist to his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And he blows this powder at you, and you get this overwhelming smell of warming spices. I need you to make a con save, please.
That's a 12.
You also just kind of start to see things from Mayra's perspective, and you just kind of sit down and get really chill.
Yeah. Cool, dude.
All right, Cian, what are you doing?
After looking at the door for quite some time, I have realized that potentially it needs a key. I'm going to go and search for a key throughout the area I have been.
There's 3 openings on the opposite side of the cavern that you're in. And then there's another one towards the south on the same side that you're on, but that's the one that you came in through.
I will go through... How many of the doors have I been in through already?
Well, you got the one that you're standing at, and you got the one that you came in on. They're both on the eastern side of the room. On the western side of the room, there's 3 openings. There's... the 2 other assassins you're there with went into the one that's on the southern side of the western wall, and you hear noise coming from that opening that they went through.
I shall investigate the noise.
Okay. You go in there, and you see, again, a Fontar trying to hold its neck together, and it's got a pretty nasty looking paper cut on the back of that hand that he's holding his neck together with. And then you see Mayra and Coil just super mellow sitting on the floor.
I bet this guy plays some great jazz. Just press a button and it's just...
You heard that? Lady in the tavern plays the lute. So good.
I thought it was a flute.
Was it a flute?
I don't know. Does a flute have strings? What's up, Robo Boy?
Is this not the target?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a target. I got him.
Yeah,
I
got him too. He's fine. Just let him bleed out.
Then I shall also got him. Cian enters like full Terminator mode. The blue sensor that acts as his eye turns red.
Okay.
And he just walks up to, we all know it's Ethan, and I'm going to roll to attack.
Okay.
My rapier. So that's a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
And then, I'm assuming at this point, after being attacked multiple times, he's not surprised.
No.
Okay, so then he would take 11 points of piercing damage.
All right, how do you want to do this?
Quickly and efficiently. I don't know what ways quickly or efficiently, but I just know I want to do it that way.
All right, so here's what happens. The 2 of you who are blessed out suddenly have your mellow harshed in a big way as your robot friend comes in, pulls out a rapier, and just summarily, not flinching and without any emotion, just stabs the guy through his left eye as he kind of gets the death rattles on the end of his saber as he just kind of pulls the sword out and turns at you like, now what?
Bro. All right. Get it? Because the thing.
No.
Never mind.
Just no.
Cool.
I guess that's it then. Don't we have something else to do?
We gotta take a trophy home.
Oh.
Hey, shortstop. Take his other eye.
Ugh.
I'm not carrying a whole head. Do you know how heavy a head is, man?
We could do a finger. Ugh. I'm not putting my hands in. Nope.
Without flinching, without emotion, I just reach in, take the eye out.
Yeah, he he goes full on the bride from Kill Bill Part 2 and just
Nice.
You can have it, buddy. I don't touch. Nope.
Nice.
I turn to Mayra and Coil. Do you two need a recharge? You seem quite low on battery.
Snick snack.
Oh
pretty
no,
good.
I'm good. Yeah.
About-
I feel great.
about this time it starts to wear off and you've got a bogus headache. Just gnarly.
Okay. All right. Next up, let's go. Oh shoot. All right. That's one down, right?
Right. I think
Yeah.
just 2. One's done. Okay, we should go to the next one. Ugh.
I'm not leading the way this time. My head is killing me, man.
Oh, you're telling me? Does anyone know how to get out? I don't even remember. Gosh.
Follow me.
Cool, dude. That's fine.
Cian takes you up the stairs and you are in the top layer of the house again. I do need to ask, how are you leaving the house?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, discreetly?
Discreet. No, like, which entry point are we leaving from?
Cian will march out the front doors. That's the only way easily possible to go without, like, stepping on a bunch of annoying glyphs and whatnot.
I'm just gonna go out the same way I came in.
Same.
Okay. So you guys climb up the rope back to the roof of the house. Cian, you go out the front door and you witness just a post-apocalyptic ruin of a city out this front door, and it's nighttime. You look up and you see a dark, starless sky that is covered in clouds that seem to contain fire. Every so often you see a stray dog or cat cross the road, but a lot of these cities are decimated. Not decimated. Steve warned me against using that word. A lot of the city is destroyed. And you look down the block and you see a sign for a bakery that you swear you are familiar with. It says only on Tuesdays, but this isn't Towerfall as you know it. So it's weird that you're seeing that here.
All right, Cian is going to stand there for a few minutes, just processing. Error does not compute. Error does not compute. He's just gonna, like, turn around and seek help. Go out the back.
All right. You get there just in time to watch Mayra climb up the rope to the top of the house. And I'm assuming you follow them out that window. It's daytime outside, and you go up to the roof of the house, and I'm assuming drop down onto the front porch and use the walkway to the road.
Sure.
It appears that spices may have affected my sensor.
Yeah, my sensor's pretty blitz too, man. Wow.
Let's just get out of here.
Affirmative.
Where's the next location?
Looks like the next person on the list's name is Katea. And you are given an address which takes you to a seamstress shop in central northern Towerfall. There's a sign on the door that says, "Working at Castle Stirkler. Will not be in today. Sorry for the inconvenience."
So much for reliable intel.
Well,
This is the wrong address.
I've heard some things about the Bastille guy, but, you know, I'm not going to turn down money. Maybe it's worth a shot. I'm going to investigate the front door to see if it could potentially be trapped.
Roll that investigation check for me, please.
That's a 5.
Seems okay.
I'm going to pick the lock.
As you get down to try to pick the lock, you kind of push the door open. Like, it wasn't even locked. It was just...
Yeah. But you couldn't do that either. I'm going to open it all the way and walk in.
Good job. Good job.
All right. You walk in and you are in an empty seamstress shop. No, it's not empty. I mean, there's like clothes and whatnot.
I did see the sign on the door, which was open. Totally didn't B&E here. Is anybody home? I need my pants brought in. Is that a thing?
I am not certain. I do not wear clothes.
There's no response.
She's clearly not here. It clearly says that she's at Castle Sturkler.
You can't be too careful.
We might as well head over to Castle Sturker.
Sure. Yeah.
Sturkler.
Strickler?
I've heard it both ways.
I leave.
I'm assuming the other two of you guys are leaving too.
Yeah.
Yes, affirmative.
Are you guys heading to Sturkler? I'm not trying to railroad you guys, but you guys are...
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a bounty. We need to kill it. I'm going there. Anybody else wants to join me? Whatever. I'm getting the money.
You guys get to the castle, which is just a shell of its former self. There's not really any guards circling the grounds or anything. There, you see people walking around the outside a little bit, like the occasional armed individual, but from your trained eyes, you know that these are just people filling roles and not so much trained professionals.
I'm gonna go up to the nearest one that kind of looks like they have an idea of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for I can't pronounce this. A kitty? Is this person here looking for some work to be done?
Katea?
Sure. If that's, yeah.
The seamstress. Yeah, she's making the military outfits for us for the new King's Guard of the Unified Towerfall. She should be in the basement in the castle. Who are you?
I'm sure I'm on her list. I was here to get fitted.
You're make a deception check real quick.
This is gonna go so well. It's a 12.
He kind of side eyes you and he's like, on her list, I've not seen you around. Can I have your name real quick and I'll find your rank and file to see if yours is ready, and I will bring out your outfit if it is.
Oh, sure. Well, I have mine with me. It was issued previously, and I have to have it brought in. I thought this was like a...
Can I see your uniform?
Sure.
I mean, try to understand the situation I'm in. I have somebody who's saying that they're an official for the government, yet I've not seen you before. Call it an abundance of caution.
Sure, absolutely. Just 1 second. And I'm gonna turn my back to this person and take my pack off and open it and look at Cian and Mara and try and signal to them that they need to help me distract. Just kind of a wink and a nod.
I walk nearby and then I say, "Oh no, I think I have sprung a leak." And I'm gonna cast grease. Can somebody please help?
He looks at you, and then he looks at Coil. What?
Excuse me, sir. I think I require maintenance.
Hey, Kitty, you might want to fix your robot. He's leaking all over the royal grounds.
Not mine. Belongs to her, I think. I saw them.
Gosh.
They were coming in when I was coming in, and I don't have my uniform. I'm gonna have to leave and come back. So, yeah. I don't help this guy out. Lady, your robot's leaking. I'm gonna pack my stuff up and try and walk away.
It's fine. So I will grab the robot around the shoulders and kind of like usher him in towards the door. We'll get you to the maintenance right away. We need to get this taken care of before it gets any worse.
Like, make a deception roll with advantage because Cian is helping you.
It's still a 10.
Okay.
Sage's portal dice.
Ba, ba, ba. You should have a feat that allows you to make your dice roll that exchanges your dice roll for 10 if your dice comes in under 10. So then you would have a minimum of 15 for that stat. So you succeed.
I've never been this high level before.
That's fine. You succeeded. So yeah, you get in.
Okay.
You get into the castle.
Cool. All right. So I got the robot in.
Yeah, just trying to figure out the tabaxi now.
That's fine. He can stay outside.
This quote guard looks at you, Coil, and he's like, so the uniform then, or any other form of identification you can show me?
Yeah, wrong pack or something. I'll leave. I didn't mean to take up your time. Definitely not.
Why don't you come with me, sir?
I mean, okay, so first you don't want to let me in. Now you do want to let me in, but only if you're escorting me. It's a little rude, a little confusing.
You're acting very suspicious, sir. Why don't you come with me?
Sure. Fine.
As he begins to pull out a pair of manacles.
Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this? Really? I would have gladly followed you. I'm not even being aggressive. This is from smoking for the last 35 years.
Can I see your hands, sir?
I just show him the palms of my hands. I don't put them out for him to cuff me. I just put them up in front of my face.
He leans forward to start cuffing your hands together.
You know what? I'm not going to get yelled at for resisting arrest. So, you know what? You do your job. I'd actually like to see your credentials if I could. That would actually be great. Because, I don't know. There's not really any, like, permanently established government over here. So, you know, I'll show you my credentials. You show me yours. That's probably the better way to do this. Instead of it getting aggressive.
He puts the manacle around one hand, lashes it, starts clapping the other one around the other hand.
Okay, fine.
He goes, come with me, sir, and he grabs the chain in the middle and starts pulling you along towards the barracks.
As he starts pulling me away, I start looking around at all the other people that are around, and I'm like, you see this? I come here to volunteer, and now he's going to take me off to the brig. Is this the kind of government we would want here in Towerfall? This is ridiculous.
Everyone just kind of looks at you, shrugs, and then goes back about their business.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the castle, Mayra and Cian, where are you heading in the castle?
Well, we went in there under the guise of going for maintenance, but since we don't know where the maintenance room is, we can just wander the halls until we find something.
We're looking for the seamstresses. We can ask around. I'm going to start walking down one of the hallways and look for what looks like kind of I would assume, like towards the barracks area where there'd be a lot of military personnel that would need to get their uniforms repaired or made. Just looking for a general direction that makes sense.
You notice one soldier walking through one of the hallways, who has a uniform on. It looks like he's going about his business, and he had been coming from the opposite direction that he was walking, naturally, as you do. He doesn't seem to be paying you any mind.
Okay. We just casually walk towards wherever it was he came from.
Okay.
Like we're totally part of this castle.
All right. So as you go that direction, it kind of, you end up coming across two different options you can go. You can continue to go straight, or there is kind of a gated entry point that goes down into lower levels.
What do you think, Cian? Have you ever been in a castle before?
No, I have not. However, I have studied schematics and blueprints of castles.
Is down the stairs generally where a seamstress would work?
I am not certain.
Mayra, make a history check, please, because you seem to have forgotten something about a conversation you literally just heard.
That's fine. 17.
All right. You remember that the guy literally told Coyle, she's the seamstress working in the basement.
I thought the word basement came up. It was in my brain, and I was like, I don't know why that's there. All right, so down the stairs we go. You said it's gated?
There's a gate on it, but it's not closed.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just go down.
All right. As the two of you go down these stairs and get to the bottom, it becomes unnaturally quiet, and you can't hear your own footsteps. You follow this hallway down until you get to this, what feels like a central room that, aside from the doorway you come in, there is a door on every single wall. So there's 4 doors total in this room. That's inclusive of the one that you came in through. So all the other doors are closed.
The one thing I want to do, I can't do because I can't hear anything. Well, Cian, anything helpful to give?
As you open your mouth to ask that question, your lips move, but nothing comes out of your mouth.
Cian looks to see if there's like a volume button, realizes that there's not one, and just is very confused.
So I'll just pat Cian's shoulder and point at the doors, then shrug and look to him for anything helpful that he has to help with this operation.
Cian walks up to the middle door and tries to open it.
Okay, as you open this door, you see a long, dark hallway that you don't see an end to.
Cian closes the door.
Okay.
Cian goes to the left door and opens that door too. I don't know.
All right, you open that door and you find a broom closet. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the middle of this room, there is also a fairly bloody table? Question mark.
Oh, great.
I don't want to metagame, so since Cian's methodically going through these doors, I guess I have to open the right one too.
Okay.
Full knowledge of what's behind here.
All right, you open this door, and as you look into this room, you see a red room with a depressed floor.
I'm gonna cheer up the floor.
Jeez.
You didn't do anything in the other rooms.
No, the floor's depressed. I'm gonna cheer it up.
Okay, sorry, that was the steviest thing I've heard all night. Okay, so at first it just seems like a red room, but then you get this. Then there's the slight earthen smell of blood that is on the air.
I do not breathe. I can't smell.
Okay, well, Mayra's smelling it for sure.
Gross.
And then shadows start to come out of that room.
Cian closes that door.
As you start to close that door, a giant tentacle shoots through, grabs the top of the door and rips it off its hinges, and then pulls it into the room where it kind of dematerializes, as if there's a portal of some sort in that room that's being operated.
Let's do.
I would say something, but I can't.
More shadow figures begin to pour from this room.
Cian turns around, starts walking, and tries to convey what he saw to Mayra.
I can see everything that's happening too. So I'm going to open the door with the long hallway and get in the hallway and close the door.
Okay.
I'm not staying out for that.
Cian?
The door slams in Cian's face and he is very confused. She runs into the hallway without him. So he's
It
gonna...
actually doesn't slam, it makes no sound.
Right, well, the motion.
Very dramatic.
He's gonna open the door and sort of like shimmy on down.
He's gonna ease on down the road. Anybody? The Wiz? No? All right.
I only listen to video game music.
So you are in a pitch dark hallway, except it doesn't really matter to you guys apparently. So as you guys are going down this hallway, seems like you're walking for a very long time, but you finally start to see the end of this hallway, and there is a slight light at the end of the hallway. You come up on a retrofitted jail cell that has been retrofitted to make a seamstress shop, but there's no sound. And you see another Fontar in this room going about her business.
I think I'd lose my mind if I had to sew in silence.
Can't listen to your favorite podcast about doing stuff.
Is the Fontar facing us, where we would obviously be in view as we enter the area, or facing away from us?
Not really either. I mean, she's not really holding still. Like
Inside.
she's standing up. She's preoccupied. She's like holding up some material and then kind of drawing down some designs and walking across the room to grab, just kind of going about her business.
Okay.
Cian turns to Mira and mimes like sneaking motion that's like stereotypical, like solid snake. And then he takes out his rapier and pretends to like stab the air.
In the most robotic motions, like...
Oh yeah, so robotic. It looks very unnatural, very weird. And then he turns his motionless face towards the Fontar and just starts walking very robotically.
You do have the silence spell going right now, so go ahead and roll stealth with advantage.
I got 30.
24.
All right, yeah, you both are pretty darn sneaky. I don't even bother rolling against that. So yeah, you guys get behind her quickly. Who's going to go for the assassination strike?
Cian is unflinching. He's ready to do it at a moment's notice, so I think he would try to do it first.
Okay. Do you get 2 attacks in an attack or 1?
I think just 1.
Okay.
So I am going to attack with my rapier. That would be a 17 to hit.
That's going to hit, so go ahead and consider that as a crit with your assassination feat.
And assassins at level 5 get to roll like... How many d6s?
Oh crap, you have sneak attack. I forgot all about sneak attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're double.
It's 8 d6s.
Oh yeah. I don't even have that many d6s.
Yeah, so you're gonna be.
Probably could have killed him.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's my bad, Amanda. I didn't think about the.
There's so many words to read.
All right. I do have that many d6s, so I will roll the damage.
Just roll them all at once.
Roll them all and double.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that is...
Do you need a calculator? I have one. 76.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
That poor lady.
Yeah, Cian just walks up behind this lady as she's just going about her business, and just you see the rotors in his back turn on as he just turns sideways with his sword, and then all of a sudden, just with one pneumatic move, swings around and literally cuts her in half vertically. Sorry, horizontally. Actually, you know what? No. I said it. You cut her in half vertically from top down.
Man, she was
And
almost half deer, half tar.
So
At least it's a deer,
this
not a
is
horse.
quite the feat too, being as she's a Fontar. So you're literally transversing a human and a deer at the same time. This was quite the shot. It was a one.
You did that question of where the anatomy is. You just solved it.
Simple math.
Now you have 2 half Fontars.
We're not taking that with us.
She is now all right and all left.
Yeah, you guys can't hear each other because, again, silent spell. Take a prize.
Okay. Tradition, I guess. I'll take an eye.
Oh, no. Okay. It's fine.
All right. So
Wait, do they have differently colored eyes? Or no? Is the eye the same color as the one I've already taken?
it is. It's almost like they're related.
Okay, I'm not going to take both those eyes because then I could have just taken 2 eyes from one guy and have no proof.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk up and cut off a large lock of her hair.
All right. You guys also notice that Coil's not there.
So I turn around and head back up because the job's done. Goodbye.
So you make your way up the stairs. There are still shadows coming out of that doorway, but they're not They're not really doing anything outside of just standing outside of that doorway for the moment. It's like they're waiting. It's like they're waiting for something.
Wait, are the shadows like 2D or are they kind of like 3D-ish, like standing vertically, not just projected against walls?
No, they're occupying a space. It's almost like they're physical beings that are completely void of any sort of light.
Yeah, I'm just leaving. Job's done. I'm done. Goodbye. But I head back up the stairs.
Cian sort of like waves at the shadow figures,
No response.
and then he heads up.
All right. You guys make your way back out to the courtyard, and you can hear Coil ranting about, look at the oppression being put down upon our people from the barracks towards the front of the courtyard.
He's just on the gallows about to be hung.
No.
Everything.
They just have him detained for questioning is all it is.
I don't know. Should we bother?
We could return and say that he died and get more money.
That's true.
It is also easier to split money by 2 instead of by 3.
Oh, it's an uneven number. I
Yes.
hate uneven numbers.
Cian starts walking off.
Okay.
If you say otherwise, Cian does otherwise. He's built to listen to people.
I haven't decided. I'm
In
very selfish.
true Clements fashion.
He awaits your response.
Well, but do I care? That's the question.
That's your decision. I can't make that choice for you.
I know. It's hard. Okay, so he's already been detained for questioning. He's in shackles. How many guards are around him?
Not many. You can tell that this isn't a very well-funded operation that's in this castle at the moment.
Okay. I would have waited for Cian to just head out so he can get away because I don't want him near me. Just be like, Cian, go that way. I've got this.
Affirmative. And
Okay.
Cian, like, passionately heads in the direction he was told to go in.
So I'm gonna storm up to the group, hands on my hips. What do you think you're doing out here? What did I tell you about leaving the house? You know how it gets when you're drunk and the things you say to people and trying to enter the castle without permission, as usual, like you're some sort of someone in the army, like you pretend to be. You get back home, march your butt back there right now, young man.
How do you respond to this, Coil?
See, I told you it was a mistake. I should have just gone home, and you won't let me go home. You never just let me be. I used to be part of the City Watch, but no, you guys don't care. You're all up here thinking, oh, I'm in a
Mira,
guard ship
I need you to
now.
make a deception check with advantage, please.
15.
Okay. The guards kind of look at each other confused, and they're like, oh, okay. You're gonna take him away from here?
I'm taking him home, and he is not leaving there until he sits down and he sobers up.
Okay. They unlock Coil's manacles. They go, you take Soft Kitty home and make sure this doesn't happen again.
Wait, did it?
I just whack him on the backside of the head.
Ow.
Now get home. Start pointing out the door or out the gate.
That's not fair. He just called me Soft Kitty. I'm gonna punch him in his face.
You deserve it. Don't touch him. I'm shoving him away. Go.
So you guys make your way out. And I'm assuming you're heading back to the tavern.
Affirmative.
So you make your way back to the tavern and you wait until nightfall. And the Minotaur never shows up. You wait a little bit longer, and then suddenly a much younger Fontar walks into the establishment. Looks like she's around the age of 16. And upon further inspection, she's got quite a bit of blood on her hands. She looks at the three of you and she goes, well, have you finished the job?
Affirmative.
Yeah.
Where's the Minotaur we spoke to before?
He will not be, how do you say? He will not be talking to anybody ever again.
So where's our money?
Oh, I have your money. And she pulls out a giant sack and it drops on the table with a heavy clank. Would you like to make a bonus on top of this?
I do not see why not.
I'm listening.
I'd like some details.
Oh, it is just a menial task, really. I just need you to dispose of an item for me.
Sure.
What item?
She pulls out a elongated, almost amethyst-looking crystal. If you don't mind, I would very much appreciate it if you could throw this off into the Scrimsley for me.
Yeah, what kind of bonus are we talking about?
I will give you another 5,000 gold. Paid up front.
I'll just do it myself. I mean, I kind of carry this whole situation anyway, so.
I don't think so.
I mean, we could fight about it, but it's not worth it.
I am the one who murdered both targets. If anything, I should get the bonus.
You wouldn't even know what to do with it. Yeah, I'll take it off your hands.
It does not matter to me. I will pay all three of you if that makes sure that this gets taken care of.
Sure.
Okay then. And she pulls out 3 more smaller bags and drops them before you. And you never saw me.
Of course.
Before you leave, I have something for you. Proof. And I drop the eye in her hand, or she's holding it out.
She looks at him and she goes, very good. Take your money. Here's the crystal and go.
All right.
Pleasure doing business.
Affirmative.
Who's taking the crystal?
I'll take it.
As you take this crystal, you feel the presence of a being within it. That is, it's that of a very sad and lonely girl.
Okay.
And she walks out of the establishment. Are you guys gonna go finish the job?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure we split the first sack of gold. Make sure I have everything that I was owed. And I'm just gonna leave.
As soon as I have my gold, I'm following hot on her heels.
I have nothing better to do, so Cian follows as well.
All right. So yeah, as soon as you leave, Mayra, you're being followed by the other two.
What are you doing? Your jobs are done.
Nope.
Completing my mission.
We're all doing this together.
You're already paid. Just go.
I do not do it for the money. I do it for purpose.
I just don't have anything better to do.
You could do like 1,000 other jobs for purpose.
I must complete every task. It is what I am programmed to do.
I have literally nothing else going on. I could just drink myself, but no thanks.
Yeah, I was told not to drink anything in that tavern, so I would definitely not recommend that to you either.
Nah, I've done it
But
before.
our job is done. There's no reason to continue.
I just want to make sure you follow up with the deal. I like to be honest about the money that I earn.
I'm sorry, you like to be honest.
About the money that I earn. Go ahead. I'm following.
I have no idea where I'm actually going or what the place is that I'm supposed to dispose of this at.
Little background notice. The Scrimsley is a part of the ocean that surrounds the island of Towerfall. It's off the eastern coast. It is where traditionally the people of Towerfall would put their dead on a raft and send it out to the Scrimsley, which is occupied by something that is not great.
How far away would that be?
You're gonna walk. Basically, all you have to do is just walk to the eastern side of the island and throw it into the ocean.
So I just start walking north.
North?
Are we in North Towerfall or South Towerfall?
You're in northern Towerfall. Everything's
okay. So I'm walking south. It says they're just gonna follow me.
Okay. Yeah. The other two of you, because you are Towerfall natives, you know where Scrimsley's at, so.
Mm-hmm.
This does not seem like the most direct route.
I've got the crystal. I go where I want. I've already been paid. I don't have to do it anytime soon.
I'm literally just following her to the Scrimsley. I have nothing to say, nothing to convince her about. Just following her out there.
Great. I'm going to stop at an inn and pay for a room.
This is the most uncomfortable I've seen Amanda, and I've made some dead horse jokes in front of her.
I want to take a long rest, and they can do what they want, but the crystal's sleeping in bed with me.
I stand directly outside the room. Using Sentry's Rest means that I don't have to actually fall asleep. I just
only needs to
stay
be
awake.
a 4-hour trance.
as an elf does.
As an elf does.
Gonna make myself comfortable at a table and chairs and nod off if need be.
Cool. I'm going to turn invisible and leave out the window. Goodbye.
Oh, nice. All right. That's a good stop point. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us for this episode. If you've liked what you've listened to, please consider subscribing, liking, and rating, and all that good stuff, as that helps put us in front of like-minded individuals like yourself, who might be looking for a D&D podcast that is like us and weird and causes indecision, apparently. Consider being a Patreon. That helps us out tremendously and allows us to make upgrades that need to be happening, like for instance, us needing to change our recording software that we use because our current stuff is giving us problems. If you don't want to do any of that, just recommend us to a friend. That's free, and word of mouth is the best form of advertising. So with that being said, we sincerely appreciate all you listeners out there. We hope you've enjoyed the story so far. On the behalf of everybody else that is here with me, stay fresh, cheese bags.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Harju, Catherine Serwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A massive thanks to our Blade level patrons: Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Amanda Clements, Branson Boykin, Debbie Roth, Matthew Cosby, and Random Encounters. Learn more and see how you can support the show by going to patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.